Today's guest plays Franklin Saint in the hit FX series Snowfall. I'd like to welcome Damson Idris to Sidewalks Entertainment. Hi Damson, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Now, I read that you are the youngest of 6 children, and all of your siblings went into office-type careers. Now, what inspired you to go into acting and not follow in their footsteps?
Oh, wow. Well, I originally wanted to be a footballer, soccer, as you call it, and it didn't work out. But I had this compulsion with connecting to different realities. And I was originally going to study business studies in school. And my sister was like, "You're not doing business studies. You're always making everyone laugh. Go and study drama." And that's literally what sparked it. I was 21,
Oh, wow.
so 8 years ago. Wow, 8 years.
Oh, wow. Well, thankfully that you did, because Snowfall wouldn't be the same without you.
Yeah, Daniel Kaluuya will be playing it. It will be a completely different show.
Yeah. Now, when Snowfall first premiered, what was your family's reaction to seeing you in action as your character, Franklin Saint?
Wow, they were just incredibly proud. You know, where we came from in London, it's a small area called Peckham. And funny enough, it's the South Central equivalent in England. But at the same time, it was such a transformation. It was such a transformation for them, because they're seeing their younger brother talking in a different accent with an afro, wearing some Dickies and some Chucks. They were like, "Who is this guy?" But they're incredibly supportive. And I remember when I was first auditioning for the role, I ran out of money and they all contributed to getting me a flight ticket and my Airbnb. So I'd say I wouldn't have the part of Snowfall if it wasn't for my family.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, you've pretty much mastered the American accent. Now, what other accents are you able to do, and which one's the most challenging?
Wow. It's funny, as the characters come, I dive deep into the culture of where the accent originates from. With Snowfall specifically, I had a great help from TV shows, which you Americans love, and various stand-up comedians from Def Comedy Jam, and my dialect coach, Dub C from West Side Connection. They all contributed to me, quote unquote, perfecting Franklin Saint's accent. But I haven't looked back since, and that's the method I use with all the characters I play.
Nice, nice. Well, you know, I've seen some of your imitations of people that you've met and run into, and I was just like, oh my gosh, he is so good at that.
Thank you so much.
Now, you've said sometimes fans will speak to you as if you're one of the characters that you've played. Now, what's been one of the most memorable reactions that you've gotten from a fan?
Wow. Oh, Lord.
That's like a loaded question, right?
One time this guy came up to me on the street and he was like, "Hey, Franklin, what's up? What you doing out here, man?" I was like, I don't know. I'm living. I'm alive. I'm not Franklin, by the way. My name's Damson. He was like, "Yeah, whatever. Yeah, you know, if you ever need some place to, stash your stuff, I got some place down the street. If you want." I was like, "Mate, it's a TV show. I'm not a drug dealer for real. It's a TV show."
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, man. People are really invested in the show, but it's great, man. It's great because we're telling an important story that's deeply rooted in American history, and it's deeply the reason why many people are in the situation they're in today. So as long as we stay respectful to that, I think the show is going to go on and on and on.
And, I think another thing is that fans might be reacting to you this way because of how well you're doing with your character. I mean, you guys got picked up for another season. Congrats on another season.
Yep, it's so exciting. And, when you do these shows, you pray that the pilot gets picked up, So to get a 4th season is such a blessing. And we're able to bring new performers, new directors, new writers to the light, and give them a strong platform and well-working machine to go off and do other amazing things. So it really is special. I'm glad I'm contributing to it.
Now, in a few of your interviews, you've mentioned that there are rituals and off-camera work that you do for your character as Franklin. You touch everything on set before filming. And as you mentioned before, you worked with a rapper Dub C from West Side Connection for your American dialect. Now, do you still do any of these? And what other off-camera work do you do for your character?
Well, I'm not touching anything anymore because we're in a pandemic. It's so funny because this season, right, I was getting ready to do it. I'm like, oh, I've been in this room before. I need to touch everything. It's part of my ritual. It's my thing. And then everyone looked at me like, gave me some crazy death stare. I was like, oh yeah, my bad. Can I get some more hand sanitizer, please? Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
It's so interesting. But the dialect is something that me and Dub C worked on more so in the early stages before season 1. I pretty much already had the dialect. Dub C mostly taught me about the culture and what it feels like to be a young teen from South Central. But with regards to rituals paired with the pandemic, it was interesting working in that this season because although many of us actors have our own processes and we want to be respected in our method, we also had to be respectful to the virus and respectful to health. And to get to the end of season 4 and to see the art that we've created, I'm so pleased and blessed that we got through it. And I'm so good that Snowfall and FX and Disney are a great example of overcoming that adversity.
Absolutely. Now, how do you feel about the direction the writers went with your character going into season 4?
Well, it's been beautiful because every season Franklin gets to do so much, and me as an actor, I get to do so much. So by the end of the season, I'm like, so guys, when are we gonna wrap this up, man? I feel like there's nothing else to do. Like you really pushed me this season. And then they come right back with it. And every single season from episode to episode, you can't put your finger on what one's your favorite. You can't put a finger on what one's your favorite moment. And that's fantastic as an actor because the writers of this show and the directors of this show are constantly stretching me. They're playing into my strengths and improving my weaknesses as an actor. Snowfall has become my foundation. And it really has contributed to the method I use when playing other characters. So I deeply commend the crew and all the creators involved because they make me look good.
Well, it must not be too difficult to do because you have been doing such a great job.
Thank you so much.
Now, unfortunately, we are out of time. But again, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me today.
Always. Thank you so much. And hopefully I can get to your city in the near future.
Yes, we would love to see you out here in San Francisco. That would be awesome.
Bless you. Thank you so much.
Everyone, you can watch more of Damson Idris in Snowfall on FX and FX on Hulu. You take care, Damson.
Bye.
For more full-length celebrity interviews, visit sidewalkstv.com.